Hey guys, it's me Slushy, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be doing a movie review of one of the most iconic films in horror movie and film history, Halloween.
I spent 8 years trying to reach him, and then another 7 trying to keep him locked up because I realized that what was living behind that boy's eyes was purely and simply evil.
Halloween, the night he came home.
So the thing about this movie is it wasn't the first Halloween movie I ever saw, but it's always going to be the most infamous, the most iconic film in horror slash cinema history in general. The thing about this film that makes it so special, it doesn't rely on those cheesy jump scares. It doesn't rely on all that bullshit. It's very to the point. It doesn't have the super intricate, detailed plot. It's a very simple, simplistic film, and that's where it thrives. It thrives on being basic and simple. It doesn't need to be over the top and gore. In fact, it has, as far as I'm aware, it has no blood in it whatsoever. It doesn't even have a single drop of blood in this film. Like, you don't see any blood, period. And for a horror movie, that's an incredible feat because even Psycho has blood in it. In the shower scene and such. So this movie just shows you do not need a ton of blood to have a really good horror movie. People always whine and say that if a movie doesn't have blood or if it's not R-rated, it's not good. Now, I honestly cannot tell you why this movie is R-rated because, again, it doesn't have blood. The language isn't too vulgar. There's nothing really that wrong with this movie. I guess because of the nudity. Nudity is probably the only reason it has an R rating, and there's just like one nudity scene in this film involving Linda, PJ Soul's character. The thing about this movie that makes it so incredible is the theme, the music, and everything. The most iconic thing about these movies is the theme and Michael Myers' mask. So that's where the fascination for these movies come from, is the fact that it's so simple. It's so fascinating because, again, there's no blood in it, and he just walks around. Michael just walks around without a rhyme or a reason for killing people, and he doesn't need a reason. He's just he's just simply pure evil, and that's his only reason. Literally his only reason. No motivation for killing whatsoever. He just wants to. He just does it because he simply does it. He doesn't have a reason. Like Jason comes back from the dead, to avenge his mother. Supposedly that's his story. I don't believe that bullshit. I have my own story for Friday the 13th, but that's a separate thing. Halloween, while it's not the first slasher movie ever made, it is definitely the definitive slasher movie. And it's the one that most people go to draw their inspiration for their slasher movies, along with the classics like Black Christmas, Texas Chainsaw, Psycho, all those types of films. People always go to these types of films to draw their inspiration, but I'd say more so Halloween has definitely inspired a large part of the new generation of slasher movies. Because Michael Myers is definitely the most intriguing character in any of the horror film slash slasher movies. So yeah, that's my little review of Halloween. I'm sorry if I can't get super into the movie, but again, it's a very basic movie. He escapes Smith Grove Sanitarium, lets loose on Haddonfield, all kinds of crazy shit happen, and that's your movie. It's very to the point. It's not like a bunch of different, locations. It's pretty much basically on this one street in Haddonfield at these two houses, and that's about it. But what would I give Halloween out of 10? I have to give it a solid 10 out of 10. It's a perfect film. I mean, the runtime's not too long. It doesn't, get too slow. It's such a short movie, in fact, that everything just happens right after each other. It's like you don't really get a whole lot of time to think about things. I mean, it's not like one of those super action-packed films where, all kinds of crazy shit keep happening the entire film. It's not like that. It's not like super crazy, but it's enough happens that you're not sitting there bored like, oh, when's he gonna pop up next, And he doesn't pop up a lot, and that's what makes this film even special because he doesn't need to. He's there. He's there, lurking. And so whenever he does pop out, you're pretty spooked. So that's why I love Halloween, and that's why it's always going to be a classic. Even though 40 plus years have gone by, it's still one of the best horror slash slasher movies ever made. So yeah, 10 out of 10 for John Carpenter's Halloween. What do you guys think of Halloween? Have you seen it? If you haven't, what the hell are you even doing at this review? Go watch it. It's actually free to watch in some places, like the Roku channel. If you have Roku, it's free to watch on Roku. I'm pretty sure it's free to watch on Amazon Prime. I might be wrong, but I thought I saw it on there. And in general, the DVD is not expensive. It's like $7, $5 at Best Buy. You can also get the 4K version at Walmart or Best Buy, and also they have a cheap movie collection with Halloween and Halloween 2018 for like $12 at Walmart. So go pick it up and watch it. It's totally worth it, believe me, if you haven't seen it. But I feel like most people have seen it. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hit like if you enjoyed the subscribe if you have not already. Hit that bell to get notified anytime I make a video or stream. Keep up to date with the channel. There's some crazy going on. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
The one, the only, the classic Halloween.